Thanks for watching, and join us next time when 3 new contestants try their luck on that tipping point.
Tonight, 3 people attacked by an out-of-control dog at Port Stephens. How neighbours desperately tried to fend off the crazed animal. Fresh details on the Bondi gunman's trip to the Philippines in the weeks before the massacre. Zelensky one day, Netanyahu the next. The revolving door at Donald Trump's Florida resort keeps turning. The slithery traveller who's made his way across borders, hitching a ride with unsuspecting holidaymakers. And cricket legend Mark Taylor weighs in on whether Cameron Green should keep his place in the SCG test.
This is NBN News with Tyson Cottrill.
Good evening. A frightening ordeal has unfolded in a Hunter Street with 3 people mauled by an out-of-control dog. One of the victims, just 14 years old, has spoken exclusively to NBN News, as have neighbours who bravely tried to fight off the crazed animal. Tonight, 2 people remain in hospital, their injuries, thankfully, not life-threatening.
Limping to an ambulance after being mauled by this dog.
We need an ambulance. They're bleeding out.
Yeah, it was just out to kill. Like, the look in his eyes was just, it was crazy.
A Raymond Terrace couple set on by the crazed Staffordshire Bull Terrier Cross Mastiff around 11 p.m. last night on Scott Close.
There was just like a dog going absolutely savage. It looked like he was attacking everybody. I've never seen anything like it, honestly. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Witness Georgina Cruz rushed to the aid of the 35-year-old man and 36-year-old woman using sheets and pillowcases to stop the bleeding.
At one stage she said she couldn't feel her arms, there was just blood everywhere. She had to actually come on stay with me and smack the guy in the face because he kept going in and out of consciousness.
Minutes earlier, across the road, Josh Humphreys had grabbed a metal bar as he attempted to save the couple from the out-of-control dog.
And ended up wrestling all the way down here and fell over and landed down with the dog, and it come at me and I whacked it in the head again and whacked it over there and ended up going in the house.
His partner's 14-year-old son then threw a broom at the dog to defend his family before it latched onto his arm and leg.
It just chased me up the stairs, didn't mind the bloke, and just ran up and ran inside and bit me. I grabbed its fur, tried pulling it away, and Mum dragged me off. It bit me on the leg too, just here. I think at least about 6 or 7 bite marks.
Police then arrived on scene where they euthanized the animal.
Oh!
Caden's mum Jess says the Year 10 student was lucky to escape with his life.
I actually was at one point thought that maybe it could have been a lot more serious than that, and I'm very grateful that it didn't turn out like that.
The family today facing the task of cleaning up blood, claw marks on their car, and even a bullet casing left behind. They claim the couple attacked were the dog's owners, but that's yet to be confirmed by Port Stephens Council or police.
There'll be some enforcement action taken. Could be anything in relation to as simple as an unrestrained dog or keep savage dog.
The couple tonight remain at John Hunter Hospital in a stable condition. Risa Utama, NBN News.
Fresh details have been revealed about a visit to the Philippines by accused Bondi terrorist Naveed Akram. Australian Federal Police shedding new light on the Akram family's travels in the weeks leading up to the attack.
A trip to the Philippines surrounded in speculation. Today, the AFP with fresh updates on alleged Bondi gunman Naveed Akram and his father's movements.
I want to be clear, I am not suggesting that they were there for tourism.
The AFP confirming the pair left Sydney for Manila on November 1 this year, and on the same day travelled to Davao, the largest city on the island of Mindanao. Parts of the island are registered as do not travel or reconsider your need to travel because of political violence and terror threats. Investigators now combing through weeks of CCTV footage, tracing their every move, before returning to Sydney on November 29.
These individuals are alleged to have acted alone. There is no evidence to suggest these alleged offenders were part of a broader terrorist cell.
Does there need to be any further looking into people who are travelling to the Philippines from Australia?
There are alerts for different people. One of the things that the Richardson inquiry will go into is to make sure that that is fit for purpose.
But it's the Richardson review causing headaches for Anthony Albanese before it's even begun, as voices grow calling for a royal commission.
And the Prime Minister is not listening.
Everyone is with one voice crying out for a royal commission.
Our position is not out of convenience. It is out of conviction that this is the right direction to go in.
Amanda Kopp, NBN News.
Premier Chris Minns has condemned a sharp rise in reports of Islamophobia since the Bondi attack. The Australian National Imams Council has recorded an almost 200% increase in anti-Muslim hate, including Muslim women being spat at and abused.
It is disgusting to think that anyone could blame a young person, a young member of our community, a young Islamic girl, for the actions of two people in Bondi Junction a couple of weeks ago. That is appalling.
Chris Minns says the book will be thrown at those responsible for any hate speech. Beijing has conducted live fire drills around Taiwan, simulating the seizure of the island's key areas and ports. The surprise Chinese military action has been codenamed Justice Mission 2025. It follows the announcement of a multi-billion-dollar arms deal between Taiwan and the United States. Zelensky one day, Netanyahu the next. It's a so-called revolving door at Donald Trump's Florida resort. The US president was today pushing for peace in Gaza, but there's no broad agreement on the second phase of his ceasefire plan.
At his Florida property, the so-called Winter White House, a second day of Donald's diplomacy. The US president turning focus to pushing peace in the Middle East, but the next stage of the US-backed 20-point plan in Gaza hasn't been agreed upon, and today there was little detail on discussions.
And I think we came to a lot of conclusion and conclusions.
This was a very, very productive meeting.
The US president did put the onus on Hamas, declaring the group must disarm, and they have a short amount of time to do so.
If they don't disarm, as they agreed to do, they agreed to it, and then they'll be held to pay for them.
Trump, who once promised to make Gaza the Riviera of the Middle East, says reconstruction will begin soon. And amid concerns that Netanyahu is slow-walking the path to peace, there was only praise from the US president.
Israel's lived up to the plan, 100%.
Who stood side by side with his Israeli counterpart, delivering a warning to Iran.
Now I hear that Iran is trying to build up again, and if they are, we're going to have to knock them down. We'll knock them down. We'll knock the hell out of them.
Today marked Trump and Netanyahu's sixth meeting this year. The Prime Minister, who nominated the President for a Nobel Prize, granting Trump another accolade, his country's prestigious Israel Prize for exceptional contribution towards the Jewish people.
We've never had a friend like President Trump.
In Washington, D.C., Lauren Tomasi, NBN News.
A driver has had a lucky escape after smoke, then flames erupted from the boot of his car outside RAF Base Williamtown, north of Newcastle. The RAF's own firefighting team was among emergency services called to Madawi Road just before 1 p.m. today. It took 30 minutes to extinguish the blaze, believed to have been sparked by a recently charged power tool battery. A man's body has been found in bushland near Old Bar Road in Old Bar. It was discovered by police yesterday afternoon and is believed to be that of a 37-year-old man who was last seen on Red Gum Road on December 9. A report will be prepared for the coroner. A woman in her 60s has been hospitalised after being struck by a car in Tweed Heads. Emergency services were called to Boundary 7:30 a.m. They treated the woman in her 60s for minor injuries before taking her to Tweed Valley Hospital in a stable condition. Tropical Fruits has kicked off in Lismore for its 37th year running to ring in a new one. Thousands from across the country have gathered at the Lismore Showgrounds for an event aiming to be out of this world.
Packing up the cars and setting up the tents, Tropical Fruits is back, festival goers travelling from far and wide.
You have people coming from Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne.
Overseas.
I met someone from Perth before.
An LGBTQIA+ festival hosted across New Year's, founded on pride and visibility, and has now been a fixture on the community's calendar for decades.
And it was local LGBTQ people starting to get together, and they formed a bit of a social club to help with, connection, friendship, overcoming social isolation.
It's great to be with the community and, have the freedom and the year.
Decades.
And it was local LGBTQ people starting to get together, and they formed a bit of a social club to help with, connection, friendship, overcoming social isolation.
It's great to be with the community and, have the freedom and the year on a really good way.
This year the theme is Space Cadets. There'll be fireworks, cabaret dances, live music, a pool party, as well as an arts and culture tent running.
Many different workshops, performances. It's just full of colour, creativity.
Thousands of revellers arriving in town for the 3 days of festivities. Lismore lit up with colour.
And you often hear people on social media say, it's great to see all the rainbow people back again, filling up our cafes and our pubs, and it's just a lovely, welcoming environment.
I went out to a restaurant last night, packed, completely packed, and I could tell that they were my people.
Tourists expected to provide a sizable economic injection into the town.
In 2016, I believe there was a study that showed the residual economic benefit from Tropical Fruits is over $5 million.
New Year's Eve, the pinnacle of the festival, one-day passes to the event still available.
It's really here for us. It's a celebration of who we are and what we share.
Maya Vroon, NBN News.
Police are urging the public to help locate a woman missing from Ballina. 51-year-old Cicely Spears was last seen in Ballina at around 4 p.m. on October 18. She is known to frequent the Ballina, Yamba and Tweed areas and may be travelling in a silver Honda CR-V. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Police are also seeking to locate a teenager missing from Lismore. 15-year-old Michaela Shipp was last seen on Christmas Day. She may be travelling with others in a Suzuki and is known to also frequent Ballina, Wollongbar, Clunes and Gunnellabar. The New South Wales school holidays are in full swing, and Far North Coast Surf Lifesavers have been working tirelessly to keep beachgoers safe. Since the start of the break on December 20, thankfully there's only been minor rescues. Stingray barb injuries have also kept crews busy.
A coastal slice of paradise, huge numbers have been welcomed to Far North Coast beaches this summer, particularly on Christmas and Boxing Day.
This year, because of how perfect the weather was, we've seen just massive beach attendances compared to previous years, which is great to see.
Patrols have ramped up, volunteer and professional lifeguard coverage has increased, and they have more resources.
Extra assets like jet skis and stuff being sent up from Sydney, and they'll just be here for the peak period to help us.
Since November, 15 major rescues have been recorded across the northern rivers, but it's been zero since the Christmas break started 10 days ago, thanks to good conditions. Crews, though, are still on alert.
We do have a lot of big swells coming through, a lot of water moving around.
There's been extensive drone surveillance to monitor shark activity along the coast patrolled beaches.
They'll be flying every half an hour for about 15 minutes from 9 to 4 p.m.
We've all seen the bait bores and the sharks that are around.
And they're not the only marine life making an appearance. Stingray barb injuries have also been reported in Broken Head, Casuarina, Cabarita and Tweed.
1 week in, we've had 3 or 4 stingray barb strikes so far. Could be an interesting summer.
As for New Year's Eve, sticking between the red and yellow flags is just the start of advice for a safe trip to the beach.
Don't mix alcohol and drugs with swimming. We tend to find a lot of our incidents over that period are drug and alcohol related. Secondly, as nice as it is at 7 p.m. at night to go for a swim, there are less people on the beach. Our response times are obviously hindered by us not being there.
Monica Adair, NBN News.
It was a beautiful day across the region, but we could see some wet weather move in for our New Year's Eve. Checking the temps today, 25 degrees at Ballina, 23 at the top at Byron after a low of 16 overnight, ranging between 12 and 26 at Lismore. Casino topped out at 28. You're watching NBN News. Still ahead, British Olympic boxer Anthony Joshua involved in a deadly highway crash in Africa. The water safety warning you need to hear this summer. Plus, the stunning sights taken in by the Olympic torch in southern Italy. And later, the Lake Macquarie News Agency that's on the hunt for a mystery millionaire.
OMF is having our biggest ever big Boxing Day sale with heaps in stock ready to go. Get up to 60% off selected mattresses and save up to 20% off selected bedroom furniture. And soon at OMF.
Ow! No.
Hurry, our health fund offer ends December 31 with 30% off lens options.
Sorry.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
Tank World's Boxing Day sale is on now with crazy deals throughout the range. Slimline tanks from only $350 and round tanks from only $425. Australian owned and built Aussie tough. Shop the range online now. tankworld.com.au.
At Toyota, our testing goes beyond the lab to offer real-world safety. Like driver attention camera. That's Toyota Safe. Toyota. This is Bruce, a baby name that has fallen out of the top 10 of late, but Bruce doesn't really care.
I don't really care.
He's been careful with money and raised 4 wonderful kids. One day, they may even appreciate him.
Ha!
Bruce may be retired.
But my brain isn't.
That's why he switched to everyday comprehensive car insurance from Woolworths. He gets quality cover for his beloved Chariot and
10% off a Woolies shop every month. This thing, it's always on.
Make your insurance count. Make every day count.
Confused about the major changes in home care packages?
What happens to my existing care package?
How much is this co-pay?
How do I get into the system?
What are these new eligibility requirements?
What services are available now?
What you need is clear expert advice, so call us. Right at Home are industry leaders for in-home care. We'll sit with you in your home and help you navigate the new system to get the support you deserve. So don't stress. Call us for your free appointment with Right at Home right now.
Hey Australia, listen up. We're all in this together.
No matter where we come from
or what we believe.
This land connects us.
And now it calls on us to act.
Clean Up Australia Day is about coming together.
As neighbours, as communities,
as fellow Aussies.
So let's get our gloves on.
Sunday 1st of March 2026.
To give back to a place that we call home. Clean Up Australia Day.
Register now at cleanup.org.au.
Factory authorised clearance sale is on now. Score unbeatable deals on selected Polaris off-road vehicles. Whether it's for work, play, or everything in between, Polaris has you covered. These vehicles are built tough, built to perform, and right now, they're priced to move. But hurry, the sale ends December 31st or while stocks last. Polaris, think outside.
Ukraine's president has accused Moscow of trying to derail peace talks while denying allegations his country launched an attack on one of Vladimir Putin's residences. The Kremlin claimed Kyiv sent 91 long-range drones towards their leader's home in the northwest, Zelensky dismissing the claim as typical Russian lies. Crowds have taken to the streets of Iran, rallying against surging inflation and the collapse of its national currency, which has plummeted to a record low. Demonstrations started in the capital, Tehran, and have now spread to other cities. They're now the country's largest protests in 3 years. Deadly clashes have unfolded between police and Islamic State in Turkey's northwest. 3 officers and 3 militants have been killed after police stormed an alleged ISIS base. That raid was one out of more than 100 carried out against IS suspects in the country. British Olympic boxer Anthony Joshua has been involved in a fatal car crash on a notorious highway in Nigeria just days after he beat YouTuber Jake Paul in a multi-million-dollar fight. He was pulled from the wreckage uninjured while 2 of his friends were killed.
Injured but alive. The British heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua is pulled from the wreckage moments after a horror highway crash.
The 36-year-old was a passenger in the back of this Lexus SUV when it lost control, smashing into a truck parked on the side of a Nigerian highway. 2 of his close friends and team members were killed at the scene. NRL great and boxer Sonny Bill Williams among those paying tribute to Latif Ayadel, a personal trainer and old friend of Joshua's. This video of the pair playing table tennis shared just hours before the crash. Long-time strength and conditioning coach Sinagami also killed. He was by Joshua's side for this victory just 10 days ago. Taking on YouTuber Jake Paul in a multi-million-dollar fight in Miami. His one-time rival sharing these posts in the wake of the crash. Life is so much more important than boxing. R.I.P. Sinagami and Kevin Latif Ayadel. My thoughts and prayers are with their families and friends and AJ. The trio often travelled and trained together. They were previously in Nigeria in April. The gold medal-winning boxer in Africa this time to visit family over the holidays. A relative telling local media they're in shock but are ever so thankful he's alive. McKinnon, NBN News.
A 9-year-old girl is recovering in hospital after a tree branch fell on her during a bushfire at Nabiac. Emergency services were called to Aerodrome Road last night, where they treated the girl for a head injury and lacerations to her face. She was taken to Port Macquarie Base Hospital, where she remains in a stable condition. The bushfire is currently sitting at advice level. Meanwhile, the RFS battled a blaze near Woy Woy on the Central Coast yesterday afternoon. It took crews more than 2 hours to contain the fire, which was burning in dense bushland on Pelican Island. With assistance from the SES and Marine Rescue, a boat was used to access the area and seawater pumped onto the fire. The cause is unknown. Thousands of heavily armed police will be deployed across Sydney's streets tomorrow night as part of the biggest ever New Year's Eve security operation. The task force has been ramped up in response to the Bondi terror attack amid concerns that fear could keep crowds away.
Set up in Sydney and a Premier's assurance it is safe to celebrate.
We want the people of this state to show defiance to these evil terrorists.
A record 3,000 police will patrol the city and suburbs, including the confronting sight of tactical officers armed with rifles.
That does not represent any specific threat. It is to provide reassurance to the community.
Security stepped up in the wake of the Bondi massacre.
It does mean a more visible police presence. It does mean tighter security. It does mean police with different forms of firearms.
How does that make you feel?
Probably more secure than any. I think that's warranted given the current situation.
There's been a last-minute addition to tomorrow night's display at 11 o'clock. During a minute's silence, a menorah will be projected onto the pylons of the bridge in memory of the Bondi victims. The symbol added to a peace dove at the request of Jewish artists.
Jewish Australians were killed because they were Jewish. More particularity was necessary for us to feel like we're honouring our victims.
Tonight, the final bump in and then the first major road closures begin the Carl Expressway from 4 a.m. tomorrow, from midday rolling roadblocks in the city and from 5 major closures around North Sydney. At 11 o'clock, the Harbour Bridge will be shut down along with city-bound lanes of the Anzac Bridge, all in anticipation of the main event.
Tomorrow morning we'll be here so early, we're going to be lining up. 7 a.m, probably queuing up and waiting to get a spot here.
And look forward to the hope of a new year. Liz Daniels, NBN News.
Another survivor of the Bondi attack has been released from Sydney's Royal Prince Alfred Hospital. 8 patients remain in care across the city. 1 is in a critical but stable condition at St George Hospital, while another 2 are critical but stable at St Vincent's. 5 others are listed as stable. A Sydney law firm is preparing to launch a challenge to sweeping gun reforms which passed on Christmas Eve in the wake of the Bondi terror attack. Under the changes, licensed licensed firearms holders can only have 4 to 10 guns, McDonald Law is raising funds for a staged test case, which could end up in the High Court if there are questions about whether laws are constitutional. Tens of thousands of people are expected to flock to the New South Wales coastline to ring in the new year, the surge prompting a message from lifesavers on how to stay safe.
They say how you start the year sets the tone for the rest of it, so it's no wonder so many of us will be opting for sun, sea and sand this New Year's Eve. But that fun isn't without some danger.
We're coming into what we regard in Surf Life Saving New South Wales as our grand final period.
1,000 lifeguards preparing to patrol our beaches.
If you're going for a swim, swim between the flags. If our lifesavers can't see you and you can't see them, then there's a real problem.
For those taking to the harbour and other waterways on boats or jet skis, a warning to make sure they're properly prepared.
Make sure you've got the appropriate equipment and your navigation lights are working. But please know, if you do get any trouble, we have 3,500 trained volunteers, rescue ready 24/7.
While this is one of the most beautiful times of the year, it's also sadly one of the most dangerous. People are 3 times more likely to drown on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Alcohol is a big contributing factor.
Please, if you are thinking about having a shardy or you're thinking about having a schooner, water and swimming just do not mix with the alcohol.
Helene Lambertsos, NBN News.
British celebrities and athletes are among those being recognised on the newly released King's New Year's Honours List. Idris Elba has been knighted for his services to young people after founding the Elba Hope Foundation with his wife, targeting issues such as knife crime, education and poverty. Ice skating duo Torval and Dean were also awarded top honours, and Wicked star Cynthia Erivo was named a member of the British Empire for services to music and drama. 38 days out from Milano Cortina 2026 and the Olympic flame is winding its way through southern Italy. This is the 22nd leg of the relay, which saw the torch carried up a rock face, over a zip line and down a summer sledge track. It will reach Milan in early February in time for the opening ceremony at San Siro Stadium. Coming up next, why billionaire Warren Buffett has finally decided to slow down. We meet the man who spent more than a year in the saddle raising money for dementia. From Toowoomba to the Central Coast, the slippery stowaway who hitchhiked across the border. And up for auction, how much this piece of cricket history worn by Sir Donald Bradman will set you back.
We can see more of the world than ever. With Bridgestone Tech Check, you see what needs repairing now and what can wait, so you can go with confidence. Bridgestone Select Tyre and Auto.
What could your next 9-day holiday look like with TripADeal? Experience unbeatable Japan from $2,999 per person, including Qantas flights. Discover rich natural beauty and culture on this incredible tour. Explore the vibrant streets of Tokyo. Witness the historic temples of Kyoto. See breathtaking Mount Fuji and more. Plus, earn and use Qantas points on every booking. For bucket list experiences at unbelievable prices, search TripADeal now.
Suspense is chilling.
Looks like another cold case, Sarge.
Oh, no wonder she's frozen stiff. Check out the cost of her car and home insurance renewals.
Time to melt these rates with award-winning cover.
And the comfort of knowing that Budget Direct paid out over $1.5 billion on claims in the last 12 months.
Ooh, thanks.
Do yourself a favour, quote with Budget Direct first.
Insurance solved with Budget Direct.
Soresto knows pet parenting is the best, but sometimes they get into situations. That sucks. Fleas and ticks suck too. Literally. Soresto can help with this one. One colour provides the longest lasting protection for 8 continuous months. For extended flea and tick protection, stop sucking with Soresto.
The Lazy Boy Boxing Week flash sale is on now with 30% off all Lazy Boy furniture. Save big on all world famous recliners. 30% off all sofas, modulars and lift chairs. Don't miss out. That's better. The Lazy Boy Boxing Week flash sale is on now with 30% off all Lazy Boy furniture. Save big on all world famous recliners. 30% off all sofas, modulars and lift chairs. Don't miss out. Lazy Boy. Long live the lazy.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. Hot deals on laptops. Acer Aspire Lite 368. Save $1,000 on this Acer Nitro gaming laptop. Save $300 on this HP OmniBook AI PC, now under $1,000. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
2 Newcastle women remain in custody after being hit with a string of drug-related charges. Police say they stopped a vehicle at Waratah West shortly after 5 p.m. yesterday, allegedly uncovering cocaine and MDMA with a combined estimated street value of more than $200,000, as well as more than $65,000 in cash. The women, aged 20 and 25, were charged with 5 offences, while police say further items of interest were seized from a Gilliston Heights home. The pair will face Newcastle local court in March. A 75-year-old woman is tonight recovering in hospital after falling off a rock ledge at Woy Woy on the Central Coast. Emergency services were called to the tunnel fire trail just before midday, where they worked to extricate the woman who'd fallen around 3 metres. Successfully rescued, she was taken to Gosford Hospital with hip injuries. He's one of the world's most legendary investors, a famed money man and multi-billionaire that shaped the way many people approach their finances. Now, after 6 decades at the helm of his company, 95-year-old Warren Buffett is hanging up his boots.
He was just 11 years old when he forayed into finance, a young Warren Buffett buying his first stocks. By 13, he was filing tax returns.
I did deduct my bicycle and my watch as business expenses.
The Oracle of Omaha is 95 now, and after a lifetime of building fortunes, this month he's stepping down from his own.
I would still hang around and could conceivably be useful.
Buffett was a money man from the start. He made his first million by 32 and made that into millions more. Through patience and prudence, he took struggling textiles company Berkshire Hathaway and turned it into an empire, investing in name brand companies from Apple to Coca-Cola, the godfather of investing in the market and in the man.
By far the best investment you can make is in yourself.
He had unimaginable riches, but a famous penchant for frugality.
I'll have a sausage McMuffin with egg and cheese.
Buffett has a long-standing routine of modest meals from Macca's.
Okay, $2.95.
Selecting breakfast based on the market.
$3.17 is a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, but the market's down this morning.
Warren Buffett still lives in the same home he bought in 1958.
I could buy any house in the world, and I don't want any other house than the one I'm in.
It was in 85, at 55 years old, that Warren Buffett joined the 3 Comma Club. Then, just one of 14 billionaire Americans. 40 years on, he's now worth more than $160 billion. He's pledged to give almost all of it away.
My wife and I, when we were in our 20s, decided that whatever we had that we didn't need should go to somebody that did need it.
One of the biggest ever charitable donations came in 2006, 80% of his fortune to benefit the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And who better to handle it, he said, than his bridge partner and fellow billionaire, Bill Gates.
I've got some people where I'm saying you can give it away better than I can, so I'm turning it over to you and you do a better job of giving it away.
His philanthropic endeavours would later see him awarded America's highest honour, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
He is a co-founder of the Giving Pledge.
an organization that encourages wealthy Americans to donate at least 50% of their wealth to philanthropic causes.
The average billionaire, if you can call them that, is worth around $5.3 billion. There are more than 3,000 in the world, and while they all have their own money mantra, for Warren Buffett, kindness is costless, but priceless.
The one thing that you can aspire to be in, because this can be done by anybody, and it's amazing. Doesn't have anything to do with money, but you can be kind.
In the United States, Lauren Tomasi, NBN News.
Dementia is the leading cause of death in Australia, and one man has made it his mission to raise awareness of the crippling disease. Over the past year, he cycled the distance of the circumference of the Earth and will tomorrow cross the finish line in Bondi.
40 kilometres from the finish line today in Parramatta, Nicholas Tremaine has cycled unsupported across Australia 47,000 kilometres over the past 12 months, raising awareness and funds for dementia sufferers. Those lines on the map, is that a pretty satisfying picture for you?
It is, yes. A lot of hard work, dedication, determination and persistence.
Riding the distance of the circumference of the Earth over 365 days, a mission inspired by his mum Marilyn, who was diagnosed with dementia in 2019 and now lives in full-time care.
You sort of lose them twice, as they lose their memory and get confused and then sort of forget who you are, and eventually then the disease takes hold and then takes them away from you for good. So it's just crippling to watch them just go downhill so quickly.
He reached his 40,000 kilometre goal 6 weeks ago, with his mum by his side. From the highs to the lows.
Today's probably one of the toughest I've faced. It's way too cold for that. Keep going.
It's been a gruelling but incredibly rewarding journey. Dementia is the leading cause of death for Aussies, and over the next 4 decades, the number of people living with it is expected to more than double.
I wanted to spark conversation by doing something dramatic like this.
Tomorrow, he'll reach Bondi having raised more than $72,000. Madison Scott, NBN News.
To finance now, and the Australian share market has slipped 8.6 points on its second last day of trading for 2025. Gold prices plunged following an end-of-year rally that sent both gold and silver to record highs. Newmont Corporation ended the day just over 4% in the red, while A2 Milk had a modest 1.3% win. And the Aussie dollar was up today. It's buying 67 US cents, 57 euro cents and 49 British pence. The search is on for Northern New South Wales' latest millionaire, with a winning ticket sold at Lake Macquarie's Cameron Park News Agency still unclaimed. The $1 million prize was drawn on Boxing Day's weekly windfalls draw.
My theory is that they probably got their winning ticket as part of a gift pack, and over Christmas they probably just haven't had time to look and check their tickets.
The business says it sold hundreds of gift packs in the lead up to the big day. A coastal carpet python has hitched a ride across the Queensland-New South Wales border, tagging along on a family's Christmas trip. The holidaymakers dropped the thrill-seeking serpent off at the Australian Reptile Park after finding it coiled in the crevice of their car.
Crossing state lines on a slithery expedition.
Here we go. How we go at that? He's not real happy, which is understandable.
An unexpected hitchhiker is removed from a 4-wheel drive at the Australian Reptile Park.
Customer came up to us at reception saying they had a diamond python underneath their car, and we went up to have a look at it, and of course it wasn't a diamond python.
Identified instead as a juvenile coastal carpet python. The 1.2 metre long critter had embarked on an incredible journey, travelling more than 9 hours and almost 1,000 kilometres from Toowoomba to the Central Coast, all while perched on top of Queenslander Anthony's fuel tank as he and his family ventured to the Summersby Park.
They'd actually come to the reptile park to visit, and when they got out of their car, they noticed its head sticking out from the back tyre, and that's when they noticed there was a snake in the car.
And turns out the scaly stowaway wasn't all that eager to be removed from its post.
It did take around 10 minutes to get the snake out, but eventually I was able to push him far enough to one side of the fuel tank and, of course, get my hand on his tail.
The non-venomous snake is currently in care with wires as it awaits rehoming. Experts say juvenile coastal carpet pythons are often found throughout far northern New South Wales and Queensland and aren't considered local to the Central Coast.
The adventurous critter hasn't just piqued curiosity, but a warning from authorities. Summer is when snakes come out of hibernation, and experts say it's important to stay educated on bite management and first aid.
There is a good chance that you might run into one this summer. If you do, just keep your distance, remain calm, and call a snake catcher.
Alexandra Rees, NBN News.
If you've got a spare $1 million to spare, this baggy green, once owned by Sir Donald Bradman and passed on to a fellow teammate, could be yours. The rare piece of cricketing history is being auctioned off by the owner's family through Lloyd's. In those days, players were presented new baggy greens at the start of each series, but those linked to Bradman rarely appear for sale. After the break, the day's sport, including a powerful argument for Cameron Green to keep his place for the 5th test at the SCG. Bo Webster returns to the Big Bash after being released from the Australian squad, and Daria Kastakina opens up on her decision to represent Australia as she prepares for her first tournament as an Aussie on home soil.
Every big adventure starts with a little money lesson.
Like learning how to earn and save?
That's right. Start your money journey with KIT and you could win a family holiday to Disneyland Resort in California. Join KIT today.
Won't you please help me.
We've helped Australians for 100 years. Now we're helping protect and prepare them for the next 100.
Make the start of the year unforgettable with your family and friends. The Lotto $30 million Mega Saturday is on January 3rd. Grab your ticket today.
I was watching the hose fill with fluid when everything went blurry. I'll need treatment for the rest of my life. Why not give LHD a call? The settlement gave me peace of mind.
No win, no fee, LHD.
This summer, a group of wannabe filmmakers venture deep into the jungle and discover
This June 4 will drive Traveller Chair. Just $49.99 for Adventure Club members at Anaconda. See the movie only in cinemas.
Tonic sunglasses go well beyond polarizing, delivering the highest quality optics in any conditions. With whisper-thin, scratch-resistant lenses and unparalleled clarity for pinpoint accuracy when casting and unrivaled fish spotting. That's why, like me, many of Australia's top fishing and outdoor guides swear by them. And all Tonic models can be fitted with your prescription lenses. Tonic, see what you're missing.
Epic stunts, epic trucks, Monster Jam. Monster Jam Smash and Bash Gravedigger RC. Look out, Monster Jam Crash. You can go from wrecked to repaired. Now bring on the Monster Jam stunts. Smash, bash, and keep going. Monster Jam Smash and Bash Gravedigger RC. Comes to show, batteries not included.
When it comes to marketing your business, television is the ultimate influencer because with TV advertising, it's all about the big picture. 100% of the screen, 100% focused on your business. And with 9NBN, you can reach more people more often, and that means more customers. We'll work direct with you to create a professionally produced commercial and effective advertising campaign to target the right audience for bigger impact. Get results. Contact us at 9nbn.com.au.
Kingscliff Nursery. Over 5 acres of trees, native shrubs and exotic plants. Huge range of fruit trees, indoor and outdoor plants, pots, planters and much more. Buy direct, save heaps. Remember to say hi to Sally at Kingscliff Nursery, Cudgeon Road, Cudgeon.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses and adjustable bases from Sealy Posturepedic, King Coil by AH Beard, Sleepmaker and Tempur. Plus hot deals on big brand pillows. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Go!
Cameron Green has struggled for runs this summer, but he has a supporter in Mark Taylor, who has urged selectors to stand by the talented all-rounder despite his slump.
Another down day for Australia in Melbourne. Marnus Labuschagne and Travis Head taking in the city before travelling to Sydney, where a selection call will be made on Cameron Green under pressure to keep his place.
Would you play Cam in Sydney?
I'd play Cam in Sydney, yes. I think Cam is our future.
There's been huge raps on Green since he debuted as a 21-year-old 5 years ago, but yet to fulfil that potential, frustration is growing. But Taylor believes selectors are partly to blame. The all-rounder shuffled around the batting order.
And when you're someone like Cameron Green, who's short of runs, trying to nail down a spot, that affects your confidence. And I think that's what we're seeing with Cam. He's probably only an innings or two away from being a regular number 5 or 6. But sooner or later, we've got to see that innings.
A hurdle to that would be cleared if Usman Khawaja retires in Sydney. Michael Clarke today urging his former teammate to call stumps.
There's no doubt he can still play well, but also the selectors have shown that they want to start looking to the future of this Australian cricket side. You can play for as long as you like, but you have to keep scoring runs. That's the bottom line.
Much of the Ashes' focus remains on the fallout from Melbourne's two-day test. Cricket Australia's losses upwards of $10 million. Taylor fears more hits could come.
Are you worried about the future of cricket?
I am worried about the future of Test cricket because that balance is getting hard to find. There's no doubt Matt Page and his team will make some changes, but I think both sides need to have a look at how they batted in that game. We want to see a really good contest between bat and ball for Test match cricket. It has to be different than 2 T20s or 2 one-dayers over 2 days.
Sam Jordan, NBN News.
Overlooked all-rounder Bo Webster has returned to the Big Bash, scoring 27 runs for Hobart after being released from the Australian squad. The reigning champions relying on Matthew Wade to get them home against the Renegades, an unbeaten 43 of 20 balls, helping the Hurricanes overcome a mid-order collapse. The biggest names in tennis are flooding into Australia as preparations ramp up for the United Cup and Brisbane International. Daria Kasatkina may be the most grateful of them all, preparing to play her first tournament down under as an Australian.
Casper Ruud won't be quitting his day job anytime soon.
Maybe it didn't look great, but we felt like we looked great.
The Norwegian just happy his body was up to a surfing lesson after injuries derailed his 2025 season. Among his lofty goals for 2026, challenging Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz.
I definitely hope that I can play them more this year because that means you're doing well. Because they're always first and second seeded, so if you can play them at the later stage in the tournament, it's of course tough, but it means that you had a good result.
Wins were hard for Daria Kasatkina to come by in the most emotional year of her career, causing her to take a break from the game.
We're all humans, and at one point comes a very tough moment where you cannot handle this anymore.
The decision to switch allegiances to Australia from Russia took its toll. She says it was worth it.
It's definitely, so far, was the most important decision in my life. I would choose it 100 times out of the 100 times.
She'll represent Australia on home soil for the first time at the Brisbane International next week.
I think it's my 11th time in Australia, but this time it's super special. I mean, I already feel the love and support, definitely. I really love it.
Defending champion Arina Sabalenka among the challengers, immediately switching gears after her Battle of the Sexes defeat.
Tough draw, a lot of great players. It's gonna be a great week of high-level tennis, and I'm excited to be part of this tournament.
The 2026 season now just days away, but Novak Djokovic is dreaming of 2028, revealing he has no plans to retire anytime soon.
LA Olympics 28 is a kind of a guiding star. Honestly, there's no limits. So let's see.
Nicole Dunn, NBN News.
After the break, which boat is on track to take out this year's Sydney to Hobart handicap?
Shingles. I didn't expect to get it in my 50s. It felt like I was getting bitten by fire ants.
Every shingles story is different. Talk to your doctor about how you can help protect yourself today.
Ready for your next adventure? Repco's got 20% off Snatch, UHF antennas and accessories, Next-based dash cams and JVC. Plus rewards members get a $40 battery trade-in. Repco, get you going.
When the lucky country isn't so lucky. It's lucky you're with Amy.
Lucky you're with Amy.
I'm off, fellas. You're not going to drive, are you?
Yeah, no, I'll get a ride, hon.
I've got Ange coming. Jump in with us.
Cool, that works.
Let's all say yeah, nah to drink driving.
Hungry for the drama. Hungry for the drama.
If you're hungry for drama, Paramount Plus is serving up a feast. Big hats, big stars, big drama.
Stream only on Paramount Plus.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. Save $200 on this iRobot vacuum and mop, now under $350. Save $180 on Westinghouse ovens from under $500. Hot deal, JBL Dolby Atmos soundbar now under $600. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
3 reasons people love their Bellissimo mattress. Double-sided. My mattress stays comfortable and lasts longer because I can sleep on both sides.
Microcoil. With 4,000 springs to increase air circulation, it's more hygienic, cooler, has reduced body impressions and less partner disturbance.
5-year comfort promise. My Bellissimo can be reconstructed to create a softer or firmer feel within 5 years for free.
Making mattresses. Nobody makes a better mattress. Nobody.
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Half-yearly clearance on now. Best brands, best range, best prices.
The two-handed crew aboard BNC Minot are on track to claim the prize Tattersalls Trophy awarded to the handicap winner of the Sydney to Hobart. The boat crossed the line just after 10:30 this morning, but with 25 yachts still at sea, it has to wait to be confirmed the overall champion. Australia's top bowlers are set to make their mark at Summerland this weekend. More than 60 players will compete, with the winners also earning points for international selection.
The Green is prepped and ready for play, with the Summerland Singles Series set to begin this Saturday.
And we're looking forward to some top competition because we have the top bowlers in Australia playing over the weekend.
But some players have already got their eye in, taking part in the pairs competition, which wrapped up yesterday.
The winners on the day were Indy Conlon and Scott DeJohn from Burleigh Heads, and they played Peter Taylor and Tim Whining from...
But they'll be up against some stiff competition, versing some of the best bowlers from across the region and even interstate.
We have 64 players coming to Ballina for the singles. They are players from Australian, state and regional team.
Summerland even set to welcome some bowling royalty, all tipped to bring plenty of fierce competition.
Current state Queensland singles champion, Indy Conlon, who is a former member of the Ballina Club, now plays with Burleigh Heads. He will be here playing. We have Australian players like Gary Kelly and Corey Wedlock. They will be playing as well.
Qualifying and a knockout round will be held over the first 2 days. The top 8 players will then go head-to-head on day 3, and there's more than bragging rights on the line.
The winners will gain points for selection in the national team.
Monica Adair, NBN News.
A Grafton teenager is chasing his dream to become a professional pickleball player. 15-year-old Harry McGee is ranked 3rd in the state in the para-athlete division a year after taking up the sport.
American Ben Johns is considered to be the greatest pickleball player of all time, an idol for Grafton teenager Harry McGee.
I would like to go to America and play with a pro. His name's Ben Johns.
Ben Johns a famous player?
Yeah, #1 in the world.
The 15-year-old only picked up a paddle 12 months ago.
I went to social one day and I played a few rounds and I loved the sport. It's a good racket paddle sport and you can drop, volley and drive and dink and overhead smash.
The teen already making a name for himself.
So Harry has been competing into para-athlete category of the pickleball, and he has come third position state-wise in the para-athlete division.
Taking part in multiple competitions this year, Harry's skills have gone from strength to strength.
So he was very focused, very consistent, and he eats, sleeps, drinks pickleball. Whenever I have a chat with Harry, whenever he is home, I ask him, "Hey Harry, what are you doing?" He says, "Watching a pickleball game."
Harry is a member of the Grafton Pickleball Club, whose numbers have grown since launching in March last year.
We have players from a 10-year-old junior to an 80-year-old senior playing. That demonstrates how inclusive the club is.
Alison Paul, NBN News.
It's shaping up to be a big season for defending AFL Northwest champions, the Swans. They'll hold a 20-year reunion during their Round 15 clash with New England on August 8. Looking back on their 2006 premiership, the Swans' 15-year drought came to an end against Inverell in 2025. Their next campaign begins on April 11. Stay with us. Weather is coming up after the break.
You pay good money for a view, but would you kill for it? Absolutely shocking. Who would do that? Join me at 7.
Ow! No.
Hurry, our health fund offer ends December 31 with 30% off lens options.
Sorry.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
It's the little things you remember. Water fights, laughter that lingers, finding joy in the everyday. Days that stretch on forever. It's not what you're doing, it's being together. This time of year, it's the little things you remember.
Happy New Year! Wow, you slay, Narelle. Now, who likes the sound of $265 in savings? I'll tell you who. Jackie.
That's right, Ed. I switched to UE and saved $265 on my car insurance.
$265, that's one heck of a stocking stuffer.
Merry Christmas to me.
And a Happy New Year! Shop around. Try UE. You have the voice of an angel.
No.
A Christmas angel.
UE, you insured.
End-of-year deals are still going strong at Repco, like getting 30% off these rewards deals, and 30% off Penrite and 25% off Castrol for rewards members. Plus, 25% off these top products. Repco, get you going.
Oh, my legs ache. And I've tried everything, Georgie. Painkillers, gels.
Haven't you tried Revitive? Revitive is drug-free, gives long-lasting relief from pain and cramps, and reduces swelling. Boxing Day sales on now.
Yo, R-I-C-E. Let's cook it. Rice, baby. Alright, stop. Grab a plate and listen. Rice is back with a whole new dimension. Rice, baby. Rice, baby. Me, I'm making stir-fry magic. Taste buds gonna be ecstatic. Rice, baby. Sunrise, baby.
Due to the generosity of a local business, North Coast Petroleum, the Our Kids water is now on the market. $1 from every bottle purchased goes to Our Kids. And already over $23,000 has been raised to the sale of the Our Kids water. And we just want to say thank you. Thank you for helping us to make a difference for our kids. We'd love you to purchase the Our Kids water and help keep our kids local when needing medical care.
Find the perfect gift at Corley's Cottage Gift Shop. Beautiful homewares, art and one-of-a-kind treasures. All chosen with care and all shared with heart. Corley's Cottage Gift Shop at Summerland Farm, Alstonville.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance with hot deals on a huge range of furniture. Like the Stratus 5-piece outdoor lounge setting, only $697. Hot deal. Gas-made Quasar 4-burner barbecue, just $492. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
And Another beautiful day with more clear skies and sunshine, but it's looking like a wet end to 2025 with rain expected for our New Year's Eve. Checking the satellite first, and there's plenty happening in the north of the country. We've got that monsoon over Queensland and tropical cyclone Haley over WA. That means plenty of torrential rain and flash flooding. Tomorrow the low will deepen over far north Queensland, so we're expecting that flood situation to worsen. Storms and heavy downpours also for the Kimberley. We could see some showers for western New South Wales as an unstable air mass moves east. For Lismore and the Gold Coast, though, it was much calmer with beautiful clear skies and sunshine, a little warmer as well, although it was still gusty at times along the coast. 28 degrees at Coolangatta, ranging between 16 and 23 at Byron, 25 the top at Ballina. Yamba also reached a top of 25 degrees. Tomorrow, New Year's Eve, it should be mainly fine during the day, but we're expecting conditions to change in the evening further north with showers and possibly some storms likely. 27 degrees at Byron, 28 at Ballina, also at Evans Head, 29 the top at Casino, while Murwillumbah should reach 31 degrees. Coastal waters information now, and seas 1 metre with a 2.5 metre swell off both the Gold Coast and the Byron coast. The sun is up at Byron at 10 to 6. It will set at 7:49 with southeasterly winds. For the Gold Coast, the sun is up at 4:52 and it will set at about 6:45. Checking the 7-day outlook now for Tweed Heads, and storms likely for our New Year's Eve with showers continuing up to 10 mils of rain on New Year's Day. Ballina, beautiful and sunny for our New Year's Eve, but those wet conditions should move in on Thursday. For Lismore, sunny and 29 tomorrow, but storms likely on Thursday. And for Grafton, 31 and partly cloudy tomorrow, but a wet New Year's Day. And that is NBN News for this Tuesday. A current affair is up next. Thanks for your company from all the team here. Good night.
Hello, I'm Leila McKinnon. Welcome to A Current Affair. Stuart's death was a disgrace. A 45-year-old autistic man who was allowed to starve to death inside one of our major hospitals. His mother, Anne, was his tireless advocate, but right now she's at breaking point. It's been years without answers, and the health authorities are still refusing to release their report.
It's almost inhuman in some ways, isn't it? I've had enough pain with the loss of my son in such tragic circumstances. And I'm just waiting for answers.
Anne Jeffrey is 83 years old and just spent her 4th Christmas without the most special person in her life, son Stuart.
I just can't do Christmas anymore. The heart goes out at Christmas when the person you love most isn't there to share it.
We first exposed Stuart Kelly's needless death 2 years ago. He went to hospital with anxiety that was affecting his eating and was allowed to starve to death.
He was not dying when I took him to hospital. He was not critical.
Stuart's death certificate listed autism as a cause, along with multi-organ dysfunction, starvation and dehydration.
I felt that he had been led to die possibly because of his disability.
Robina Hospital has already admitted Stuart Kelly's death was preventable, with significant failures in the care provided. After our story aired, the previous Queensland government ordered an investigation by the Health Ombudsman, but another 2 years have passed and Anne is still waiting to receive it.
I want a coroner's inquest. I want accountability. I want to know that this will not happen again.
Anne has been regularly updated on the Ombudsman's investigation, which was finished months ago. In recent weeks, a final date to deliver it was agreed, only to be cancelled at the last minute.
How have all these delays left you feeling?
I'm really feeling that my health is beginning to break down, just doing all this waiting for answers.
To not have this part resolved has just continued to eat away. It eats away at you. It's not something that you think of it every day. It's not something. We need answers.
Shelley Jeffrey is Anne's daughter-in-law who has been supporting her quest for accountability.
If we had treated Stuart at home the way he was treated by the health system, we would have been investigated by the police now, we'd be tried and convicted, and yet we're still waiting on a report.
Anne has been told the latest hold-up was caused by Queensland's Health Minister Tim Nicholls needing to have final sign-off on the Ombudsman's report. An embarrassing delay when his boss, Premier David Crisafulli, was calling for those answers 2 years ago as opposition leader.
And that is a troubling series of events for everyone involved. And the family is asking for answers, and they deserve nothing less than to get the answers they are chasing.
Why can't we know what is going on? Why can't there be some transparency? 3.5 years later, still nothing.
When we first reported on this case, the man in charge of Robina Hospital was ducking for cover. Ron Calvert, the chief executive of Gold Coast Health, declined our requests for interview, but the day after we broadcast Stuart's story, he held a press conference without inviting a current affair along to ask any questions.
We acknowledge that there were significant failings in this patient's care. I do believe his death was preventable, and I offer my unreserved apologies to his family for this. We should have done better.
Now there are more questions for Ron Calvert and Gold Coast Health, including whether hospital management played any role in dragging the chain on the Ombudsman's investigation. An unreserved apology 2 years ago, but Stuart's family still don't have the answers they deserve.
Well, we've seen a lot of buck passing going on. The hospital has viewed the report. We haven't been able to view the report. It's stalled. We haven't got it.
Hospital management apologised after we first aired this story. Do you think they feel that that's all they have to do?
Yeah, I think they do. We get a couple of platitudes, we'll walk beside you, which, we've never seen anybody again or heard from anybody again.
Anne Jeffrey turns 84 next month. Her husband has been moved into aged care with Alzheimer's, leaving her at home with her pet greyhounds. She has a terrible fear about why this process is taking so long.
And I'm wondering, in order to avoid this accountability, to avoid an inquest, are they just hoping that a woman of my age will die or pass away or become unable to pursue this question?
They may be hoping that Anne's going to go away, but I know Anne and she's not going away, and I'm not going away. We deserve to have an inquest into what happened to Stuart, and the Australian public need it, because this could happen to anybody.
We went straight to the Health Minister for answers on this. Tim Nicholls wanted to make it clear that he has not been responsible for any delays as the Minister, because he does not need to sign off on any report from the Health Ombudsman, which is independent of the government. The Minister expressed his sympathy to the family and said he understands how frustrating it must be to still be waiting for answers. It's disgraceful. Now, you pay good money for an ocean view, but would you kill for it? Well, in this waterfront park, trees are dying under mysterious circumstances. No one has confessed to the crime, but locals have a theory.
People take the law into their own hands and they commit these crimes and they think they can get away with it.
Shocking, absolutely shocking. Who would do that and why?
Just wanted to quickly say how disappointed I am by some members of our community that have decided to purposely vandalise some trees down here.
Well, on a day like today, this view is pretty hard to beat, looking out on Brisbane's Moreton Bay and beyond. But amongst the lush greenery and picture-perfect water views, there's just one detail that's dead hard to ignore.
I don't want to mince words. This is a crime. These are environmental crimes. These people wouldn't go in and rob a bank, but they're happy to kill a tree.
It's really a very sad state of events when we have beautiful parks that our community enjoy, and now we have community members that think it's okay to vandalise trees and purposefully poison them.
Winner Manly councillor Alex Givney isn't beating around the bush. She's taken to social media to blast the Lota Park tree spree.
These are not just little trees. They're significant trees.
According to Anthony Goff from Queensland Conservation Council, the trees might have been the intended victims of the horticultural hit job, but the whole ecosystem could be paying the price.
Anyone who's read the back of a bit of herbicide in Bunnings will tell you you have to follow the instructions very, very carefully, and it can impact children, it can impact dogs, it can impact, of course, the native wildlife.
Moreton Bay is considered a wetland of international importance. Of great concern to the Conservation Council now, it appears the mangroves have been targeted too.
To see those mangroves poisoned, if indeed that's what's happening, means that there will be really grave consequences for the fish, the seagrass and the dugongs and the turtles that call this special place home.
When it comes to who masterminded this botanical butchery and why, the community isn't exactly branching out with their theories.
What possible good reason would you have, except maybe if you lived up there and it blocked your view?
What do you think would possess someone to do something like this?
You're always concerned that people might be doing it to improve the views of the bay.
And is this sort of targeted? Are they kind of trying to get rid of the trees so they can have a better view? Is it just somebody who hates trees? It's really appalling.
It wouldn't be the first time someone's killed for a killer view. In Sydney's posh Tamarama, residents woke to find 7 30-year-old palms poisoned in the dead of night, prompting the owners to erect this sign.
You are a disgrace, honestly. How you could poison a healthy tree for your own benefit, it's shocking.
Meanwhile, Lane Cove Council installed this 7-metre banner to block harbour views where hundreds of trees were illegally destroyed.
I don't think that they understand the seriousness of what they're doing from an ecological perspective and also from a criminal perspective.
In a statement to A Current Affair, Brisbane City Council told us its officers are investigating and any deliberate damage to trees is an offence under the Natural Assets Local Law. For damage to trees valued under $4,000, you could receive an $834 on-the-spot fine or up to $8,345 in court. For more valuable trees, though, that court penalty jumps to a whopping $83,000.
That might not be enough to deter some people.
It's a bit like petty cash sort of thing. You know, the improvement in someone's view could be tens of thousands of dollars.
I think the council needs to do whatever it takes to stop these flagrant acts of vandalism and these criminal acts against our environment.
And if the claims are true, what would a couple of thousand be to maintain $1 million view? Perhaps much harsher penalties are needed to stop people from destroying the trees. 2032 looms as a big year for Australia. There's the Olympics in Brisbane and perhaps an even bigger event south of the border. The Sydney Harbour Bridge turns 100 years old and work is underway to make sure our national icon looks the best it can.
Everyone grows old. Some do it more gracefully than others.
At this age, it's not easy trying to look your best every day, especially when the whole world's watching. But this 93-year-old has her own makeup team, now the biggest ever.
It's a good office.
I reckon.
Yep.
Look at that. It's not all play. When you're this famous, the blemishes tend to stand out. And unlike the rest of us, there's no doubt about reaching that soon-to-be famous 100th birthday. So, Operation Make the Bridge Look Even More Beautiful has begun.
It's an enormous job. Obviously, the bridge is a massive structure.
John, how long have you been doing this for?
I've been on the bridge for 8 years now.
You
You love it?
So I really enjoy the work. I get up in the morning. I look forward to coming to work and the view that we have every day, the challenge that we have on different parts of the bridge.
Today, John's working on the bits and pieces Her Majesty requires.
So you know you could be working in aircon in someone's,
I could be
bathroom right now doing a paid job.
I like doing things unique work. The misconception is a lot of people think we start at one end and by the time we get to the other end we have to paint it again, but that's not the case.
Right.
It's all to do with accessibility.
There's over 100 maintenance men and women in, under and on top of the bridge at any one time. A team strengthened to meet the biggest birthday bash in our nation.
It's not just grabbing a brush and painting a bit of steel. And to paint the whole bridge, estimated would be roughly about 30 years if you had to go from one end to the other. The guys have been here for 50 years and they can't say I've painted the whole bridge.
With the elements hitting the coat hanger in the face every day, the wear and tear requires a special painting program.
In this room, this is a small paint shop we have in the southern pylon.
Tell you what, it smells good.
You like the smell of paint? Yeah. You might get a little bit high. No, it's not that bad. So what we do is just doing small items here that, brackets and stuff that is part of the bridge or needs to be implemented for work that we're doing.
If we look closely over the stages of this project in the next 7 years, we may even see parts of the bridge temporarily change colour.
So we've got 4-coat system.
So not 50 shades of grey, just
four different shades.
Yeah.
So we've got our first coat primer, which is a zinc paint.
Okay.
The zinc is a sacrificial paint for the rust. Then another zinc coat is a second coat. Then we've got the intermediate black coat, which is a chlorinated rubber. And then the final coat, which is a bridge grey.
That's heritage listed SHB grey.
Look how huge they are.
Yep.
Wow.
When I started working here and you're on the bridge and then you're in a section, you're looking around just going, wow, how big is this thing,
Painter Justin's taking us up to show off the first completed beam.
It's never ending. It's a never ending job, really.
Okay.
So, come and have a look.
All right, after you.
6 levels of scaffolding, about 50 metres above the ocean.
So it's not all easy sailing, like standing. You're not just standing, in a flat area that's inside the lateral boxes.
Yeah.
So all, with hand tools, cleaning off all the, all the corrosion and all the old paint. So it's a mammoth task.
Damn.
So this here has been, this beam itself has probably taken a couple of months.
And let's not forget the hand-driven rivets. There's 6 million of them holding it all together, and they require a special touch-up.
He looks like he's straight off the set of ET.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
No, mate. He's just cleaning up the pump and the gun itself.
Sean's one of the most experienced up here. He's seen it all.
Well,
Knows what he's doing.
35 years. There's room
35.
There's room for improvement, but he's all right. He goes all right.
Well, hey, there was cats living on top of the bridge.
Yeah, up in the top, in the pylon itself. Yeah, but now it's solely taken over by Bridgecom, and it's all to do with them now.
Cats on the pylon's part of a lush history that's made our bridge famous around the world. Even the opening on March 19, 1932 came with an unusual diversion. Troublemaker Francis de Groot rode a borrowed horse out of the crowd and slashed the ribbon with his cavalry sword. After his arrest, then Premier Jack Lang cut a new ribbon. Perhaps the only other Aussie to try and upstage our bridge was you-know-who. Paul Hogan was a fan of short shorts, just not safety. He started as a rigger and would join Mike Willisey on the set of A Current Affair after work. Then, of course, Hollywood came snapping.
Love, what are the particular qualities that you look for in a man?
I like a man to be strong on the outside like you and gentle on the inside.
Like me. Keep out this mic. We'll come back to you after.
You know what? We're looking for someone that's been here a long time to be our next Paul Hogan. Are you the man?
I am the next Paul Hogan.
Scaffolding, safety nets and protective gear have made a safer environment in the modern day. But it doesn't change one thing. It's still hard work.
Yep, gets warm.
You make it any hotter?
Oh, yeah.
So you guys, like, it's what, 35 degrees today?
Yep.
So it's going to get even hotter over summer. Like,
That's
how do you
it.
cope with that? You'd have to keep drinking all the fluids, yeah?
Plenty of fluids, mate. Yeah, you got to keep your fluids up. Yeah.
That's why they pay you the big bucks, yeah?
No, we don't.
My contribution came free, and I'm informed that's about all it was worth. Okay, the top coat. So someone can fix this after I'm done?
Yeah. We'll fix it.
This about leaving a mark, a part of history, something to tell the police about. For the record, these guys have to remove 800 square metres of graffiti a year.
To me, it still looks as good as the photos you see when the opening day.
Yeah. Ray's been an engineer on the bridge for 18 years. With 8 lanes of traffic, 200,000 cars a day, and 2 rail lines with 500 trains a day, making sure it's safe and functional is a critical job. The boss has been telling us we've got some rust.
Well, yeah, we've got a little bit of surface rust up there.
Yeah.
One of our biggest challenges is getting access to these locations.
I was going to say, because I could just see some right in the middle up the top. How the hell do you get up there?
So the old methods that we used to employ, a lot of swinging stages, so they string cables, riggers would string cables across the bridge.
Yeah.
Put these little platforms that went up to your knees and they pull themselves out. We're sort of moving to sort of full-scale access platforms.
Before you go up, everything, hats, phones, must be attached. And another good example, the phone as well, so that can't go anywhere, so it's attached to my body as I climb, and all the workers are like that on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
It turns out there's only one flaw in the design of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, no elevator to the very top. You're running out of puff, boys.
Just a little bit.
Just waiting for you.
And to keep up. Getting to those hard-to-reach places is one beautiful stroll, but try doing it with work gear, and there's a few other obstacles.
And that's with our toilet breaks. Put toilet breaks in between that, so it's up, down, up, down.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because what do you do if you're stuck up here
down,
and
back down.
you got to go all the way back and
all the way back down.
You know the ocean's just there. Yeah. So how many steps are you doing in a day?
Oh, I do minimum 12 to 15,000.
That's like 10 kilometres for anyone who doesn't count their steps. It's a lot, isn't it? Yeah. In most careers, you start at the bottom and work your way to the top. Not here. I know this is your job, but you still get a bit excited?
Oh, 100%. How couldn't you? Look at it. It's beautiful, you know. Top of the world, really, aren't we? So
there's always something different you pick up when you look around, and all the changes across Sydney, even the past sort of 15, 18 years, the changes you notice when you look out that way, so that's huge.
But is there any greater perk than being the hands that put the icing on the cake of our national symbol of pride as we move closer to 100 years of history?
And if you like the look of that, they're on the lookout for more painters. A great job for fresh air and views, just as long as you're not scared of heights. Coming up, one man's trash is Michael's treasure, and he's on one big mission.
The NT, it is a bit dirty, it's a bit gritty, but it's just what our life is out here.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. Save $150 on Motorola G55, now $148. Save over $800 on Eufy-Cam 3 4-camera pack. Hot deal on Sony Mark IV wireless headphones, just $328. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Seresto knows that some situations just suck. Fleas and ticks suck too. Seresto can help with this one. One collar provides the longest lasting protection for 8 continuous months. Stop sucking with Seresto.
Ready for your next adventure? Repco's got 20% off Snatch, UHF antennas and accessories, Next-based dash cams and JVC. Plus rewards members get a $40 battery trade-in. Repco, get you going.
Make the start of the year unforgettable with your family and friends. The Lotto $30 million Mega Saturday is on January 3rd. Grab your ticket today.
Grab Hungry Jack's Summer Classics, the Tropical Whopper and Aussie Whopper. Flame grilled beef, bacon and pineapple for the tropical, beetroot, bacon and egg for the Aussie. Or get it all, the new Lot Whopper. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance with hot deals on a huge range of furniture. The Keanu 5-piece fabric modular sofa, only $19.98. Amazing deal. Casa 7-piece rectangular dining setting, just $7.95. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Save on tyres, save on batteries, save on safety checks, and save on servicing.
Happy New Year! Wow, you slay, Narelle. Now, who likes the sound of $265 in savings? I'll tell you who. Jackie.
That's right, Ed. I switched to you and saved $265 on my car insurance.
$265, that's one heck of a stocking stuffer.
Merry Christmas to me.
And a Happy New Year! Shop around. Try Yui. You have the voice of an angel.
No.
A Christmas angel.
Yui, you insured.
40th birthday. Excellent choice. And here, bang, bang, bang. Best Christmas ever. Now, let's talk this Christmas.
How'd you spell reciprocating, sir?
Get a gift that's $1+, like the Ryobi Home Essentials kit, great value at $169. Get the leaf blower kit, just $199, or the HP stick vacuum for $379. One battery powers hundreds of products.
Ryobi.
Epic stunts, epic trucks, Monster Jam. Monster Jam Smash and Bash Gravedigger RC. Uh-oh, Gravedigger crashed. Is this Monster Jam truck totaled? Not this time. You can go from wrecked to repaired. Now bring on the Monster Jam stunts. Conquer obstacles anywhere. Never fear the Monster Jam Smash and Bash. Look, driving while wrecked. Monster Jam Wheelie. Wreck, repair, repeat. Monster Jam Smash and Bash Gravedigger RC. Comes to show, batteries not included.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses and adjustable bases from Sealy Posturepedic, King Coil by AH Beard, Sleepmaker and Tempur. Hot deals on bedroom furniture like the Bobby bed, now $349. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Hi, I'm Scotty James, letting it rip in the halfpipe.
Absolutely spectacular.
Get behind the green and gold. The Olympic Winter Games are coming on 9 and 9 now. Let's go, Australia.
Welcome back. Most blokes in their early 20s spend their weekends having fun with mates. Mike picks up rubbish for hours in his outback community. It doesn't make him any profit. He just does it because he loves it.
G'day everyone, my name is Mike and I'm the Outback Recycler.
For Michael Brown, trash is treasure.
We're going to be able to fill that trailer before sunset.
One man, one troopy.
The troopy is nice and filled.
And one big mission in the red centre of Australia.
It's all about cleaning up this beautiful country, exploring wild places, and seeing how far a few bottles and cans can take me.
The NT, it is a bit dirty, it's a bit gritty, but it's just what our life is out here.
Mike isn't your typical 23-year-old.
I work full-time as a youth worker and I work part-time as a lifeguard, and when I'm not working I'm picking up bottles, so I've got bugger all free time, but I love it.
This is what he does for fun.
And you got to respect the land, otherwise the land won't respect you.
Picking up rubbish in the remote Aboriginal community of Yuendamu.
Just the peacefulness, the beautiful blue skies, the red dirt. No one's bothering me, there's no distractions, it's just pure bliss.
And it's really hot out there.
We had a few 40s last week, so I try start pretty early and finish by noon. I work in with the heat, and I might even go back later that day before sunset.
He moved here from Perth to work with kids, but quickly saw another way to give back.
I soon realised that there was a problem out here, and that maybe I could be part of the solution.
I'll be collecting 10-cent bottles and cans and turning them into fuel for my travel adventures.
It's not exactly convenient to recycle, and I think that's one of the first issues.
Once Mike fills up his car with cans, he'll drive 300 kilometres southeast to Alice Springs, the closest recycling centre.
So on average, I probably take around 1,500 to 2,000 bottles and cans, and the eligible containers are worth 10 cents each. So on average, maybe $150 to $200. It actually costs me more money to travel down than I make from the refund.
You're a trooper, Mike.
Thank you.
Mike started his country cleanup 6 months ago, filming and posting them on his YouTube channel, The Outback Recycler.
I'll get locals drive past, I'll be beeping their horns, hanging out of the cars, waving, smiling. I'm getting the kids come up to me more and, talk to me, ask me questions. So it makes me feel really, really good inside. And that's what keeps me going.
So far, he's picked up more than 17,000 bottles and cans, one troopy load at a time.
As a youth worker, I want to try tie it in and possibly develop sort of fun rubbish activities where I can teach them, and going forward, it'll be a better place for them.
Mission completed for today.
What a trooper. We need more people like Mike. Next, the unforgettable moments, the jaw-dropping interviews, our heroes, those who inspired us, and those who warmed our hearts.
You deserve this. You've been through hell.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. Hot deal on this 77-inch LG OLED TV. Save $500 on this LG Slim quad-door fridge, now under $1,700. Save over $250 on Philips coffee machine, now just $747. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Are your legs aching again?
I'm dreading the walk back. And I've tried everything, Georgie. Painkillers, gels. They work for a bit, then the pain comes back.
Haven't you tried Revitive? Revitive works at the source for long-lasting relief from pain and cramps. It even reduces swelling. Plus, it's drug-free and endorsed by the Australian Physio Association.
I'm off the bench.
Someone got Revitive. You should try Revitive too. Boxing Day sales on now.
Come on, Terry, the barbecue's going cold.
Terry mid on. Grace, top of the driveway. We need to upgrade our speed. Yes! Aussie Broadband. Everything's better with legendary speed.
Well, I've done juicing and fasting, paleo, keto, low sugar, no sugar, and now the cabbage soup diet. This is the one. I can feel it.
They can keep doing it the hard way. I'm doing light and easy. With Ancestry DNA, I can explore deeper connections with the people and places from my past and discover more of my family story today.
There could be more to your story too. Piece it together with Ancestry DNA.
Wherever you live and whenever you want, Free TV brings you the best Australian television, local news, entertainment, drama and live sport. Our programming and advertising is guided by the Commercial Television Industry Code of Practice to meet community standards and help viewers make more informed choices about their viewing. A copy of the code can be found on the Free TV website, or you can write or call us for more information. Free TV, Australian, trusted, free.
Save on tyres, save on batteries, save on safety checks, and save on servicing.
Australians keep watch over their homes but ignore home insurance premium rises.
Hey, I have CCTV.
So while you know see, you can also compare and save.
It pays to compare.
Simple.
Confused about the major changes in home care packages?
What happens to my existing care package?
How much is this co-pay?
How do I get into the system?
What are these new eligibility requirements?
What you need is clear expert advice, so call Right at Home right now.
Looking to refinance? Summerland Bank can help keep it simple, local and rewarding with $2,000 cashback. Make the switch today with Summerland Bank. Terms and conditions apply.
The 40 Winks Boxing Day sale is here. Get up to 50% off mattresses and furniture, plus an extra 10% off selected items. Shop in-store or online. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
When you're so close to the beach, the Bolo at Evans Head is the place to be. Family-friendly dining and entertainment, an irresistible pizza bar, kids' play zone, and Beachies, our outdoor fun park. Visit, stay, play, and dine at the Bolo.
Well, girls and boys, it's been another very exciting day for our friend Big Dog. Lots of adventure and fun for everyone. But now it's time for Big Dog to say goodnight. Good night, Big Dog. Good night, girls and boys. Sweet dreams.
Tomorrow night, 2025, what a year. Remember Dave, who ran out in his undies to help a neighbour, or Bernice, who we helped get a new set of stairs, and Ali's emotional interview with Richard Scolia. They're the moments of 2025 we won't forget.
I've been in the nude, but still wouldn't stop me.
Brave Dave.
Not about that.
And 2 days before her 91st birthday, we returned for the moment we'd all been waiting for.
Well, you're not just admired, you're loved. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Can I give you a hug, please?
That's tomorrow, and that's our program. I'm Leila McKinnon. Thank you for your company. Have a great evening.